Good afternoon and welcome. It's great to have you with us for the DemoCast presented by Metal Construction News and Cornerstone Building Brands. My name is Jason. I'm the executive editor for Metal Construction News, and I'll be moderating today's presentation. Before we begin, I'd like to cover a few housekeeping items. Questions are welcome. Just use the Q&A section at the bottom of your Zoom window. We'll cover as many of your questions as we can at the end of the presentation. While Zoom includes a raise hand function, we'll be keeping mics muted. So please submit your questions through the Q&A. If you run into any technical issues, drop us a note in the Q&A and we'll be happy to help. We're recording today's DemoCast, and the replay will be posted on the Metal Construction News website by next week. Let's welcome our presenter, J.R. Lake. He is the Business Development Manager for Hypersteel Cold Form Buildings at Cornerstone Building Brands, one of North America's largest manufacturers of exterior building products, with a strong portfolio of trusted brands with more than 19 years of experience in the construction manufacturing industry, spanning waterproofing and concrete repair, windows and doors, mass timber, and now steel. JR has a built career centered on collaboration with design professionals, deep technical knowledge, and a solutions-oriented approach to complex project needs. His passion lies in delivering exceptional customer service and helping bring architectural visions to life through smart, efficient building solutions. Today, JR will discuss how Hypersteel cold form buildings streamline the construction process by combining speed, strength, and simplicity. He will cover how these systems move quickly from design to delivery, the efficiency of their lightweight yet durable components, and why they are well suited for applications such as self-storage, garages, and agricultural buildings. He will also highlight proprietary features of intuitive planning software and design options that support performance, flexibility, and long-term durability in demanding conditions. JR, thanks so much for being with us today. Please take it away.
Thanks, Jason. Can you just want to confirm mic check? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for everyone for joining today all over the country. Looks like we have a lot of participants. So thanks for joining the Hypersteel DemoCast. And again, thank you so much. Like Jason was saying, my name's J.R. Lake. I'm with Cornerstone Building Brands. I'm the Hypersteel Business Development Manager, and with a wide variety of a background in building products and construction materials. And today, just the goal of the presentation is going to be introducing you to Hypersteel cold form buildings, and then explain why this is the fastest solution for a steel building to market. And then second, explain our process for a top solution, whether it's a design, engineering, and quote to order a building that is both cost effective and economical for your customer. So let me explain kind of who we are in our go-to-market. So with Cornerstone, we're the Shelter Solutions division. This is a commercial division of Cornerstone Building Brands. And within this division, it's metal components and metal buildings. Our Shelter division is comprised of 9 different go-to-market brands. So for some customers, you may work with Metallic, Seco, Star, Robertson for a traditional metal building and then pre-engineered metal building market. Or you might be a customer doing a commercial roof or wall and order through our components and BCI division. Or you might walk into a distributor and see our ABC logo and be able to order a metal roof. And then finally, you might be an end user walking into one of our retail direct locations with Fortify or Mueller. So how does Hypersteel fit into this? Hypersteel cold form buildings is a key product available through any of these 9 brands. So no matter which brand you may currently work with, or you don't know how to purchase a cold form building, you have access to the fastest building portfolio in our system. And then again, great thing is you can purchase this building through any of these channels and work with some of the best sales and customer service representatives in the industry. So what is a cold form building? So utilizing steel in buildings is not a new technology. It's trusted, it's tested, it's a very popular method for owners to consider on their next project. And today, as technology and automation has woven together, whether that's in your daily life or now in products, in construction products, you can go from designing your building and getting it delivered to job site in 4 to 6 weeks. So compare that lead time of 4 to 6 weeks to a traditional pre-engineered metal building. Pre-engineered is double to triple that lead time, depending on the complexity of that building. And all this is done with a rolled form 12 or 14 gauge steel that gets manufactured in an automated line to form your columns, frames, girts, purlins, and it's all made with lighter gauge steel. All your connections on the job site are bolted, so no need for factory welding of clips and no need of welding your connection points on the job site. Then next, as you install the product, you move to the outside. And within the shell, you're installing the metal components on the roof and wall. You can even design a popular barnuminium style building. From there, the punched openings can be windows, walk doors, garage doors, or even commercial roll-up doors. So with strength and design capabilities of steel, you have a multitude of options to build out your own workshop for residential applications, to larger, more complex storage buildings or warehouses to meet your precise requirements and your local codes. So let's break down start to finish. What is a cold form building and what does Cornerstone have? Speed of manufacturing. So once you click to order, like I said, lead times can be as fast as 4 to 6 weeks to deliver your custom design building to your job site. Cornerstone Building Brands continues to invest in safety and efficiency during our manufacturing process. Today, we have 40 plants nationwide, and this nationwide coverage allows you to have a trusted partner who can deliver a project anywhere in the nation and even Canada. Ease of construction. So for cold form buildings, like I said before, frames and columns are a 12, 14, or 16 gauge light gauge material. Compared to traditional hot rolled steel, these light gauges allow you to have either less equipment or less manpower on your job site for installation. Testimonials from customers say that these buildings are 1.5 to 2 times faster than other forms of construction. So a side note here, I think about when I do drywall around the house, and the first time I did drywall, it was a pain. You end the workday putting on the same clothes, and you have to go there and drywall, sand over and over again, and then do it again the next day. You mud, tape, sand. So it's just like that. You have to learn a way of doing it. So the next building is going to get faster and faster. Software partnership. So Cornerstone Building Brands partners with ACT Dimensions. ACT is a top-level premier company that allows customers to design a cold form building based on your requirements and your local codes and loads. So for you, you get support from both ACT Dimensions and Cornerstone Building Brands. So while quoting and ordering a project, you have software and a building support team who can quickly answer your local what if, how to questions. Then post-sale, between customer service, a field service team, or your sales support, you have a team of experts to help. Reliability and consistency. So I think here, whether it's the same pillow when you go to a national hotel chain, or it's the same shampoo that you get when you at those chains, or you order a cheeseburger from McDonald's. Why is this consistent and why are they successful? It's due to the same process and brand standards across that network. Cornerstone is similar in this as these companies. So as a factory manufactured product, you get a process, a standard, and a reliability of quality across all of our factories. Then with over 40 factories nationwide, you have a reliable partner to trust in and support your project. Innovation. So then navigating the metal buildings, loads and codes for your local zip code can be a foreign topic for users. ACT Dimensions is constantly updating the program. so you don't have to know the latest requirement for your zip code. Then between online trainings, videos, and other great resources, it's easy to utilize and get familiar with ACT's software. And then Hypersteel, cold form buildings, is hands down one of the fastest methods to get building to market. So when I ask the so what to you all on why you're here, the materials compared to other traditional building kits are lighter, easier to manage, and allowing you to have a faster construction schedule. So this means you have an alternative to bid and win more jobs, construct your project, and move to your next project. So as you interact with one of our 9 brands and go to markets under the Cornerstone Building Brands umbrella, and you start utilizing ACT's user interface, you'll see this is a simple to use software. For me, it's a quick demo either by a sales representative or myself that can get you familiar with the software that you just by filling out a few entries, drop downs, and in a few clicks, you can build out your next project. So what does this get you? Lead generation. The software comes with an easy to use in-user online design tool. It's an excellent way for you to set up lead generation for cold form buildings. To simply explain it, it's a URL link that you can embed and customize to any website, including Facebook. From there, a company on Saturday morning can easily build out their project and then with a click of a button, submit that to your company. Then someone within the company can follow up with you, with that customer, and finalize that building and order that building. As mentioned, you can design a project to meet your local codes and loads. If additional engineering is required, the project can easily be sent over to ACT support to help work through any type of challenges or design questions you might have. How do I change this? How do I change that? I want to go this high. I want to put a door on this side of the building. We're here to help. From there, when you're ready to go to quote and a contract with a customer, ACT and a user can easily upload and customize their quotes and their contracts to be specific to your company. This includes any company logos, a markup, job site photos, or any type of legal jargon, terms and conditions you might want to add to that quote to get a signature from that customer and then order it. Along with ACT, it comes with structural engineering as a feature of the software. Once you have your building ready to go to permit, you can easily purchase and click a button for stamped engineering drawings, and this goes straight to your email inbox. As a building becomes more complex, additional lead time is there. But either way, you have a structural engineer to support your next project. And one of the biggest advantages of ACT is the ability to get a concrete plan and design with the building. This is a one-stop shop with a click of a button. So you don't have to find a local engineer to work with to develop that concrete plan. So you can take the concrete details, submit it to your concrete subcontractor, and be able to get them off and running to pour the concrete and then place your base brackets on your building. Then, once you're ready to order the building, it comes with all the information you need, a full construction package and drawing set. The software provides QR codes and plenty of how-to videos to go along with these drawings to give a level of confidence for you as the installer, whether it's your first one or your fifth building, 10th building, however many buildings. And for me here, it's as long as you have a baseline understanding of construction, then anyone can erect one of these buildings. So to summarize what I went over, Hypersteel is the fastest route to cold form buildings utilizing lighter gauge steel and bolted connections, allows for faster and easier constructability. Cornerstone Building Brands Shelter Solution has 9 go-to-market brands across the nation that can help you and purchase a cold form building. Then we're partnered with ACT Dimensions, a premier software provider in cold form buildings. between that team and our team, we give you a top level support from the start of the design to the finish of your project. Finally, with over 40 manufacturing locations, we're a top nationwide building solution to any market in the US and Canada. So with that today, please reach out to us or your local representative and ask them about cold form buildings and Hypersteel.
Thank you, JR, for this very informative presentation. We've got time for questions. Just post them in the Q&A located at the bottom of your Zoom window. So we'll give everyone a moment to type in their questions. And it does look like we have some coming in. We can get started. Let's see here. To kick things off, JR, what makes Hypersteel cold form buildings faster and easier to install than traditional building types?
Yeah, it's a lighter gauge. So at the end of the day, I think of similar to say if you're going to build a purlin in your backyard, it's all a bolted connection point. So between using a lighter gauge steel, lighter parts, automation through a factory that is not using any type of welds, whether that's in the factory welds or in the field. With all that combined, and then the automation of the software and ordering and pushing that order through our team, it allows just efficiency. So from an install for our customers on here, from a design, everything's a lot more efficient.
Great. Building on that idea, how do Hypersteel buildings compare in durability and longevity to rigid frame or wood frame structures?
Yeah, it's the strength of steel at that point. So having a factory applied finish on the exterior on your skins, and then there's the strength of the steel. The life cycle of steel is much longer than traditional building methods.
Okay, thank you. All right, just going through the questions here. All right, here's another question from the audience. So is this considered a metal building under the Building and Energy Code? And is there a CSI format specification template?
Yeah, no, thanks for that question. So currently, as it sets, we go back to a AISI standard for steel. It is not a CSI specification under, say, Division 7 for metal components or Division 13 for the pre-engineered. It sits outside of that at this point.
Okay. Here's something our audience is curious about. What is the maximum size building you can do?
Yeah, we designed one here recently up in Canada that I believe is probably about 100 feet long. So because you're building this out as portals or bays within the metal building, what really affects the engineering is the in bay width and the height of the building. So the loads and codes that is running the software with that. So really, when you're designing a complex metal building, say a pre-engineered building, a lot of our customers will jump into our software just to see if it accepts a complex building or a larger building.
Okay. Can you tell us more about the seismic classification of these systems? Or sorry, the frames.
Yeah, that's a hot button topic for these type of cold form buildings right now. And we're working with a lot of local energy or local building departments for permits, specifically San Diego County, and one for the Las Vegas area as well. So we are working with the local permitting departments for that.
Okay. And can you dive into any size limitations that there might be, whether vertical or horizontal?
I don't, maybe not specifically today. Where when you go kind of the higher you go, obviously the more more pressure you're going to put on that building from a loads and codes perspective.
Okay. We touched on seismic. What about hurricane ratings? Can you speak to that?
Yeah, no, we have Texas Department of Insurance, and then also are selling into Florida as well. So we have the permitting and the testing behind the scenes to support those markets.
Great. Okay. Um, let's see. Are the sealed foundation plans supplied with Hypersteel buildings?
That's correct. That's kind of, as I mentioned in the presentation, the concrete plans sealed by a structural engineer is included, whether it's, with the slab design and your base anchor design. So that's one of the benefits compared to, say, a barn, pole barns or pre-engineered metal buildings.
Great. Okay. Um, and how about for ordering? Can one order directly from Hypersteel or only through a distributor?
Yeah, so Hypersteel is going to be the product that we go to market with, utilizing one of our 9 brands. So that's Seco, Metallic, MBCI, ABC, or a retail direct. So depending on who the customer is. So if you're currently a customer, a builder in the pre-engineered market, you would go through one of our traditional channels. If you're an end user and you want a building, you could go through our retail direct. Either way, we'll be following up after this presentation with you guys to see kind of get you involved in the next steps.
Wonderful. Okay. Um, does Hypersteel allow the user to generate preliminary drawings?
Yeah, that's part of the efficiency of the system is with it. Once you have your building design and you take care of a lot of the engineering codes and loads and the warning flags, a
Okay,
click of the button will submit a preliminary design and plan set to your inbox.
great. Maybe can you touch more on warranties for cold form buildings?
Yeah, warranties as a traditional product manufacturer in the construction industry, whether it's a finish warranty for the components or the shell of the building, like the paint finish warranty, and or it typically comes with the traditional product warranty. We can get into specifics, or my email's on the screen. So if there's further questions there, I can definitely answer those. Typically, it's about 1 year for products in most any manufacturers I've worked with. And then the paint finish warranty goes well above that.
Okay, that's good. Can one design their own building in the metallic portal?
I think that's referencing back to our pre-engineer software. So we have 2 softwares as Cornerstone Building Brands. In the pre-engineered metal building, we have the complex metal building and then a product called Simply Steel. Within that, the computer platform is My Portal. So currently at this time, Act Dimension software is separate from My Portal, but both are easy to use, and we can get in touch with you to help walk you through that.
Okay. Do you offer erection or do you have a network of erectors familiar with the product?
Yeah, that sounds like someone's on here that is an end user residential. So we'll get in touch with you. We can partner up with an actual erector. We do have go to market. We're a material manufacturer at the end of the day, but we do have partners out there that we can easily partner with to get your building constructed.
Okay. Let's see here. So we have an audience member says they design water and wastewater treatment plants and pump stations that are placed inside steel buildings. Do you have any coating and insulation specs that can handle high humidity applications like this?
That's a challenge when it comes to metal buildings, and when you get into whether it's kind of in those situations sulfuric acid or any other by byproducts gas off gassing. um you're talking about a custom coating sometimes, or a high humidity situation. That's going to be a challenge for us. For this product, it's going to be more, the sweet spot is if someone residentially wants to build a holding for their RV their lawnmower, their side by side. They want to build that warehouse in their backyard. That's where the sweet spot is for this. But then you get into kind of that light commercial fire station as well. So there's applications there, just from a commercial standpoint, where it's a high humidity or some type of other off gas. It can be challenging for that product.
Okay. And can you speak to the optimum size
Uh,
of
I
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I said, if you're going to the residential market, it's an RV. You have an oversized door to pull in your RV, your lawnmower, your side by side. It's where I would store my toys, right? And then or a
Yeah.
workshop. And then from there, whether you're going with you can design mezzanines into this, commercial doors for for storage units as well. So it's really, I don't want to say optimal design, because you do have options in that, and then you do have a support team to work through that project for you.
Okay, understood. Let's see here. I think we can get to a couple more. Um, can you touch base on preset concrete anchors? Are they recommended? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think it's like any traditional, you're putting a structure up. There is going to be a concrete anchor design along with this to mount your base plates down into, because you are erecting a steel building, and so you want something to hold that steel building down into the concrete.
Okay. And does Hypersteel produce materials for interior walls or only the exterior structure?
Yeah, great question. There are liner panels as well. So when you talk about the wall components or the roof components, you can also order liner panels and along with insulation, doors, windows as well. So really, when I talk about design, you click a few clicks, you can really get into the details of this product.
Great. Okay. I think another important point to explore is what's the difference in installation time between this system and a standard pre-engineered metal building of equal size?
Yeah, I use this and talk about the weight of, so if you're talking about a little shed in your backyard, you're probably calling your buddies over and you constructing that, right? 2 to 3 people bracing the building. But then as you go into more complex of a building, you do want some equipment on site. But with those buildings comes weight. So a light gauge steel versus a heavy gauge steel, bolted
Right.
connections versus you may have welding on site.
That's right. I believe you mentioned a project in Canada. So before we wrap up, one final thought. Do you also design and ship outside the country? I think that is
It is possible. So it's for us, it's considered export. So we would manufacture and ship to a port. Now, something like that may have to have custom engineering, and custom engineering is going to have a longer lead time. But it is possible to ship, say, to Caribbean. We've shipped to Hawaii, we've shipped to Alaska as well. But as a manufacturer, we would ship to port and then work with you on how to get from there.
okay. I'm gonna squeeze one more in here. Someone is asking if you have a picture gallery that can be referenced or referred to.
Yeah, definitely. I think as a follow up, we'll get that over to you.
Okay.
There's definitely a picture gallery. I recommend jumping on either Act Dimensions Metal Buildings website, or you can search Hypersteel as well in Cornerstone, and we can get you. There's going to be several pictures there.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, JR, and thanks to everyone who joined us today. That's all the time we have for questions. If you'd like to follow up with anything else, the presenter's contact information is on the screen. Before you go, a quick reminder, we'll email the recording link to all registrants within a week, so you can rewatch or share. So keep an eye in your inbox. I know that was a couple of questions there if the slide deck was going to be shared. So definitely within the presentation, that will be available. So getting back, finally, when you close Zoom, a short survey will open. Please take a moment to share your feedback. It helps us better serve you in the future. On behalf of Metal Construction News and Cornerstone Building Brands, thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, JR.
Thanks for the time today.